would
going
be.
live now.
Oh, okay. Better go on. The kid death.
That bit's all probably in it.
Well, what?
That bit's all probably in it. Can't do it.
I stand by it. I don't care. Twitter is a toilet wall. Give a
That's
fuck.
fine.
I've seen funnier things on toilet walls, though, to be honest.
I know. I still remember a really good
Yeah,
one.
there's some good stuff.
My favourite was, honestly, the Pierre Felix, though, written on the toilet wall was, there was a young man called Dave who kept a dead whore in a cave. He said with a grunt, I said with a grunt, I know I'm a cunt, but think of the money I'll save. That was it. I read that in about 1994. I still know it.
I still remember it.
Yeah, I think it's Philip Larkin.
That's a classic.
Was it Larkin or Wilde who did Dead Whore in a Cave? I can't remember.
No one cares.
I never found one. I've looked, but...
Who's in chat tonight, John?
Who's in chat? Andy Fairchild, Gareth Martin, Mark Hawes. Mark Hawes, he rode down to see me on his bike the other day. He's got the best electric bike in the world. I'm not joking. Fucking amazing.
Literally.
Yeah, it's fucking wicked.
I've been thinking of getting an electric Vespa. I'm thinking of getting one for work. Electric,
this thing's like a goes 40 mile an hour. It's mad.
Oh.
Paul,
In your head, Rick, that you're like Alfie though.
yeah. John Norris is in. Dion's in. That's normally your starter, but there's too many. Paul Rea. Yeah, I'm going to go with
It's
that.
mad in chat tonight.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
We've got the big dog.
Peter 24/7. Murray Robertson, Stuart Drummond, the Drumminator. I've got that liquid you gave me in one of the tanks, but I won't say you made it, Stu. Darren Fuller. Oh, and Dion78 just commented again, which means it's ready to roll.
Right, I'll roll it.
Julio, well, nice to see everybody in chat. Good to...
Well, we're doing the team. No.
Bosh.
They can't, now we're in.
Now they can see us.
Oh, okay.
And hear us. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
What a treat! What
Look
a
who
treat
it
to
is!
have
Look who it
this man here with us.
I'm up here. I'm up top right. I'm not down here.
Yeah,
I've
we've
got
been
you.
through this.
I've got you top left, and Richard's just pointing down at the floor. It's weird.
Oh.
Yeah, but they see what I see.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm below you.
So
I've always been below you, though.
it's literally a fact.
You
that
see what I
John is
see?
there.
No.
Rick is there, and they'll tell us in chat if I'm wrong.
Oh, we know you're right, cheeky.
No, you're always right. You wouldn't say it if it wasn't 100%.
I get in a lot of trouble at work for saying things that aren't true.
Do you?
Yeah.
At lunch and things, not in my actual
What,
job.
like, my dad's a ninja? And they go, shut up, Richard.
Can we have a
Yeah, it's
real
things
life
like that.
example?
Yeah, I said, I said to you about that New Zealand Prime Minister got in trouble for going clubbing when she was COVIDed up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, no, that can't be right. She's a straight shooter. She's doing really well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I think that's what I read. So
Do you
I've
really
got
do that now? I don't know.
And I've got an official fact checker. So the fact checker after lunch went and checked, and it was the Finland Prime Minister.
So you were doing that.
They don't care over there. They're not bothered.
I've got a new game with my wife, which
They're
is
too racist to care.
you know, Line of Duty. There's quite a few like faults in Line of Duty. One of my favourite faults is Kate, one of the main characters in Line of Duty, is always undercover in different stuff, and no one ever recognises her, even though they're quite integrated things. So I now, whenever we're watching Line of Duty, I like to drop in what Kate was doing last week. So they were doing something, and I went, and Neil Morrissey was in the scene, and I went, this is a bit weird because I don't know if you
You're
know.
only just watching Line of Duty?
No, he's just watching it again.
Oh.
I said, the thing is when Neil
Helen
Morrissey...
Mirren.
No, that's Colin Midwife.
Yeah. I said the problem is with the Neil Morrissey scene is I don't know if you know Kate was undercover as Martin Clunes in Men Behaving Badly for 4 years.
Mm.
And then my wife's just looking at me going, shut the fuck up. And then I said she's getting ready. She's going to be Tinky Winky in the Teletubbies in 1996.
It could have been her. It could have been her that was doing all the sweary symbols.
She always gets...
Did you hear about that Teletubby that got fired? This is like the lunchtime.
No, he
fact
did.
check.
He did get fired, but it was It wasn't. He was a gay dancer, wasn't he? And
he was swearing.
I think he was doing coke
Oh, dear.
down at like GAY or something. And
see, a good example. There's an element of truth to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to deceive people.
Yeah, it didn't
I've
happen.
got my facts wrong.
yeah, yeah, it was Tinky Winky though. I do remember that Tinky Winky.
So he's a massive baghead.
But really funny guy though. Like really.
You got a shirt lifter?
Yeah. But also on marching powder as well. I'm sure it was cocaine. Yeah. He kind of Richard Baconed his way out
I'm
of the
sure
show.
he was going like, Tinky Winky, fuck off. And like, they didn't catch it until after the
on the
edit.
intro, yeah. It aired 20 times before someone picked up on it.
Because that's what they dance like. Tinky Winky, up yours.
I don't think
Is that still a thing?
No, I don't. I don't. Teletubbies don't think it exists anymore. You know, I haven't got kids. How the fuck would I know? Just looking through kids' windows. What they watch.
I have, but they've outgrown that. I mean, it was a thing. It was a thing when my kids were a thing, so it probably still is.
Well, at least it's a bit more sanitized now. When I was a kid, they're promoting LSD. Things like Magic Roundabout and stuff like that. They're all tripping out their heads, all of them.
But they weren't promoting it. They didn't get to the end and go, if you
want psychedelic, some of it, wasn't it?
If you want an experience like Dylan.
Zebedee the speedhead, didn't you?
Get messed up.
You know, he was just constantly off his head on speed.
Yeah, Billy Whiz.
Yeah, again. Yeah,
that's literally the name for.
Yeah.
Either the engine always had a doobie on the go.
Yeah, puffing away. They were vaping. Early vaping. Those steam engines.
And Ringo, here comes Thomas Hankins.
He sounded off his head, didn't he?
He was off his head for years.
Just doing
allegedly
doing a bong.
Hello, Ali.
Do we need a lawyer? Like
no,
in the corner all the time?
No, you're okay to say that. As long as it's plain, you're kidding. It's fine.
Oh, good. Oh, you can say anything then.
Yeah.
Say what we want. It's all right.
You literally can anyway.
I think
you definitely can't.
No, there's certain stuff you can't say, but it can't. If it's said in a way that couldn't be perceived as being.
What can't you say, John?
But that doesn't matter because now it's an example, so I can say Prince Charles is a paedophile, right? And that's fine because I'm not going to be because I just said that.
What do you mean you can't say that? Allegedly.
Exactly, you'd have to do that, but I don't have to do that because we'd already.
Oh, that was just an example.
Preempted it by saying it doesn't.
Because you literally just said that.
Yeah.
It was just an example of something that's not true, but is something you could say.
Could be.
So it's all right.
The Queen loves a dick.
Anybody could be. You never know. Well, she was married in a heterosexual relationship and spawned offspring. So.
There was one of the headlines today was Queen ready.
Partial.
Queen readying herself for Jubilee. And I said, if anybody knows, but she's going to be on the top of Buckingham Palace, butt naked, doing a Bangkok style ping pong ball show.
I've seen that.
She's always wanted to do it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And she knows
it's a quite amazing show, isn't it? You've seen it, John, I'm sure.
I haven't actually.
Haven't you seen the hat pongs in Bangkok?
No, I've not seen it. I like the salesmen aren't very subtle. They go when you walk past them.
It's not the end of the world if the channel gets deleted anyway, is it?
What are they going to do about it?
We'll just do it on Facebook.
It's funny because there's so many things. You can say whatever you want, and then if we mention certain words, they'll pick it up.
Anyway, Rick might relate to this.
Hello, mate.
I've just rebuilt the Screamer, which I used for ages, and I was moaning about the Drag 3. I managed to get it to work again. I cleaned all the contacts. Yeah. However, I've got quite a big build in here, and I really like it at 50 watts.
Yeah.
Right. But that means there's really big ramp up.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is just preheating it.
You can do that, or you can actually just change the inner. I'm assuming you've got fused captans in there or something.
Yeah.
You need thinner inner.
Oh yeah, I could rebuild it better for sure. I can't be bothered.
I mean the actual wire.
Once it's warm, it's such a nice vape at 50.
Yeah.
But really, I suppose that's why Power Curve came in, wasn't it? Because really, I need a blast to 70 and then drop into 50, I guess.
Yeah. I never really got on with. I played around with that for about 5 minutes once. That Power Curve stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a pain.
Give me full blown mechanical power any day of the week.
Absolutely. We'll come back to that. Anyway, shall we return to the script? Not that there is one.
Is there a script?
Should we return to the traditional format?
Yeah, there's a loose format normally.
Yeah.
In that case,
that's what they call my mum. Loose format.
What are you drinking? What are you vaping? Loose format.
Yeah. Floor mat, not format. That was it.
Great name for a band.
Write it down. I am vaping on the Surin Air with special juice 30 milligram. This is very nice, and I got a new juice.
Just a weak juice, then, John.
Yeah, it's always 50 though.
Oh.
What's that? Oh, Stuart Drummond sent it to me. I don't like the company who make it, but I like Stuart Drummond, so I'm going to say Stuart Drummond sent it to me. So I like it.
Oh yeah, no freebies in here.
Stuart Drummond sent
This is top marketing real estate.
And
modmaker.com.
Yeah, that's in a Dwar 16 on top of the 21700 mod that I can never remember. What's the point? What's it called? The Maxus. That's what it's called. And that is a very sour tropical fruit. I think it's sour. It's not very sweet, but it's nice. I really like it. It goes with a beer. Brilliant.
That'd go with a nice sour IPA, wouldn't it?
Not really a sour beer, man, but it does go with it.
No, but
I'm on drink
What's
wise.
it taste of? I want listening.
Tropical fruit, but sour.
Right, and do you like it?
Yes, I do. I only tried it today. I do like it.
I always put sour in my black currant. It adds a dimension that doesn't kill the flavour or anything. It's just there, this sourness. It's actually malic acid.
Yeah, I think it lays everything flat as well, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? So instead of you don't get that dull, then sweet thing.
I think it's a massively unexplored.
Well, there's two different ones you can do. You can use malic acid or tartaric acid. For the fizzy, what people deem as fizzy is tartaric acid. Then malic acid, your blank sound. Yeah, it was really big at the beginning of vaping. Tartaric acid and malic acid, both of them are also inert to the human body. Like they're fine, and we use them in millions.
You know when everything went ice.
Yeah, I want a fan of that.
Everything had an ice version.
Even my voodoo
everything
brew
should have had a sour version. That'd have been much better.
Yeah,
my voodoo brew had ice in it. You know,
goes with the it does go. Anything sour goes with the.
Oh yeah, but voodoo brew, beautiful.
I am on New World by Northern Monk. After last week, I had their other Northern Monk one, which was Scargill, whatever the name of the mountain is.
Scarfell Pike.
Scarfell Pike by Northern Monk.
Top knowledge.
And I'm not a fan of this. I'll be honest with you.
Shitter then, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be the hops.
Stick to what you know.
It's not bad, but it's not good. It's not great. I think it's the whatever hops they've got in it. It's not really something for me. Do you know what? I think this lands right in your ballpark, though, Rick.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. It's more. It's a kind of it's an IPA that if we were in a pub and there was a pint, you would say, "Well, that's all right, It's all right."
Is that how I'd say it as well?
Yeah, that is how you'd say it.
I think you should do a new TikTok channel based on me and my accent.
Yeah, just fun. Get a load of clips of Rick going like that.
Yeah, you can get lots of pictures.
And then just voice
I'll give you pictures whenever
go
you
over with it. My favourite ever impression of you that I do because it was just because you're so lovable. So when we came out of the hotel and you went, "Fuck, where's my fucking phone?" And I went, "Today," and then you patted all your pockets. You went through your bag and you went, no, I've got to go back in. And you went back in. And then you came back out, and Chelly said, "Is he all right?" And I said, "Rick just loses everything he touches. Just wait." And then you came out and you went, "Got it." And then we were just about to go, and you went, "Where's my fucking wallet?" And then you went through everything again. And by now, Chelly was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, Shelley looked after me a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Behind things and told me where things were. She's like my carer for an old fellow with dementia.
She's used to it, with me, just constantly doing stuff.
It's like a thing, isn't it? If you're a loser of things, you're a loser of
Oh,
things.
yeah, fucked. I can't just do it. Yeah, she really hates because there's no point in me looking for it either. Like, we can both fuck about. And, like, she'd be a smart ass about it, but you might as well just come and find it rather than me trying to find it.
Sarah's really bad, my wife. And when she loses her phone now, we genuinely do check the fridge.
Oh, amazing.
As like a standard place. Like,
well, my wife's got that thing now. She can't lose her phone because she's got what's the watch that you go running with? I can't think what they're called. Not a Forerunner.
Like a Fitbit or a Garmin.
She's got a Fitbit. She's got a Fitbit watch. Or no, it might be a Garmin. And you can like do like 4 taps and your phone will make a noise, so she can't lose it. So it goes. Woo!
Well, you could just ring it, you pleb.
No, but it's just her, so she can't bring her own phone.
You could.
No, I can't be asked. But I'm not kidding. But she will do that.
I lost my 4-pack of batteries the other day that I carry around in my bag.
You won't hear it in the fridge.
You just lost your 4-pack.
Yeah, I lost my 4 batteries for about a week, and I was sniffing my bag out looking for it. I was doing stuff in the garage here, so I was looking in here. I left them in here, and I left them in the bathroom. And I looked everywhere. They were in my bag all the time. Found them the other day, still in there, just tucked away right in the corner. There you go.
Yeah, I went into the co-op today and I lost my keys for my bike lock.
And we've got a new co-op.
And I was like, where the fuck are they? Like, if I must have dropped them on the floor. And I got out to the bike.
I'll send you a picture.
And I thought, just check, left them in the bike lock.
No, that's the worst place to live.
Just hanging out the side of the bike lock. Like, I like the fact that at one point I just like, because you need the key to lock it. So I locked it and went, done, and just walked off. And even have dangling out the bike. It's not like they were already in it. They were in my pocket. I got them out, undid the bike, put it round, put it back on, turned the key, slipped the clasp back in and went, done, went back in this thing. When I told my darling wife, she went, that's handy, because if they're going to steal a bike, they probably need a lock. So some other fucker doesn't steal it, and I've got one.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? What are you vaping, young Ric of Rickleston?
I am drinking just what I found in the fridge. I've got an Elvis juice.
Nice.
And Jake came round Easter with. He's still my boy Jake. He still does the beer 52.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Oh yeah,
he brought around a load of beers, and I found one in the fridge called. Never had it. Third Barrel.
Oh, okay.
What's that say? Cold Comfort.
He works for a whiskey company, doesn't he, Jake?
Starter in Idaho, 7 Cold IPA.
Does he work for a whiskey company, Jake?
He does. He works for Master of Malt.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, see, they always come up on my Facebook going.
People that brought to you the 100,000 Scoville chili vodka that Philip Schofield was feeling the pain on TV on. And rum bullion, which is one of my favourites. The best spiced rum, and bathtub gin, of course.
I will say, because we're just talking about co-op, and now Ric's mentioned gin. If you do have a co-op near you, they accidentally bought a load of small batch gin, or they kind of did it, but their customers are mainly scum. So they've got £40 bottles of gin that are 17 quid.
Oh, I've got a co-op near me. I might go down and...
I went up there. I was like, okay, stick it. Because I Googled it and I was like, yeah, it's 40 quid.
What you might find is the purchasing arm of co-op. It's quite localised.
No. I did check. It was nationwide. The gin. It's a small batch.
Co-op.
Yeah, I think so.
In the nation.
Not in the nation, because it depends. Some of them you need an armed guard if you had a bottle of gin, wouldn't you? You know you're in a shit place. You know when you kind of go and get by a gum and it's in a security box. You're like, yeah, this is a shit. I'm going to die.
I'm drinking that. This beer, I'll see what it's like in a minute. I'm only having a couple tonight. And I'm vaping. Yeah, no one's interested. So.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we definitely need to know what you're vaping, Ric.
Right, well, I'm vaping on this blackcurrant juice that I make. And I've been making it for quite a long time. It's got some sweetener. It's got some malic acid. It's got a hint of lime to bring up the acid a bit more as well.
Yeah, but what hardware?
Oh, I've got this mod. New mod.
Oh.
It's an Squonker.
Oh,
lovely.
Illuminati.
They're great.
That's a lovely setup with that drip.
Illuminati design on it. There we go. And a Haku cruiser on top.
Yeah, that Haku cruiser looks fucking good.
Yeah, I've been on it since. Can't even remember her name. The lady, the lovely.
You fell in love with that, didn't you? Who was the Haku nightmare bitch? What was her name?
Oh yeah, I remember. Everyone fell out.
Yeah, what was her name? Someone will say it.
I can't remember what her name is now, but yeah,
that's going to be annoying. Yeah,
me and Craig got them at the same time. I think he might have put me onto it.
Oh, that's
Heather. Yeah, Heather. She was one of those people who was like,
that was top class drama.
Who tried to
drama, wasn't it? We had some good drama with old Damien and Heather and all of that. Good bit of drama.
She was one of those touchy-feely people. She wanted to hug me at Vape Fest. I was like, calm down.
Vape Fest for the first time. And she was right after giving me cuddles and kissing me on the cheek and hello, Rick. Hello, and hugging me from behind and stuff. And it's like
I did another impression of you the other day because you really made me die. I was to Mark who popped down to the shop because we were at Vape Jam on Victoria Dock, and I won't mention the person it was, but it was funny. He kept calling you. He'd never met him before, but he kept calling Rick because he'd seen us on the show and stuff. And he was a supplier. And he was going, where are you going to next, Rick? Are you going to the pub, Rick? Or are you going to have some dinner, Rick? Or are you going to go... And you looked at me, looked at him and went, who the fuck is that?
Who was it?
I'm not saying, I'll say afterwards. But it was really funny. It was just you in its face. Looked at me and went,
I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have been horrible.
Because he said,
no, you weren't. Not to his face.
No, you've been doing it like eight times. He said, he was like, where you going, Rick? Are you going to have a pint, Rick? Do you want another drink, Rick? And then from here, Rick, and then straight in the show, Rick? Or are you going to... And you were going... And you see your face like, who the fuck are you? Like, it's so annoying if you don't know someone's name, but they keep saying yours. You're like, I
understand why. I mean, have
I had a stroke?
That's why we've got such a community. Yeah. We are approachable, and
but we, in the situation we were in, it was only people we knew. But that was the weird bit. That was what made it weird. It would be like Nick Grim Green's kind of going to you, Rick, and you going, who the fuck are you? That was what it was like. It was really funny. It was just a moment where I just was like, and if I couldn't laugh, because just give the game away.
Yeah, I can't help it when I say things wrong. It's just who I am. It's I don't mean to.
What are you on? What are you on?
Me?
Yes.
Well done to Paul in chat who guessed it probably before we said it on the show.
Yeah, probably did. Yeah. Well, no. Stuart beat him, head of the Chancellor.
Stuart and Paul, well done. 10 points. Keep track of the score. I'll keep track.
Keep
10 points to Paul. 10 points to who was it?
Stuart Drummond.
Stuart. Fair play. Right. I have bothered to sort out my vapes after that chat last week with Craig about old is gold.
Oh yeah. There was loads of old is gold on the group this week as well. It's been great.
It was really nice to see people getting like the old cigallies out and stuff.
Yeah.
Todd this week got a brand new Hexome.
I built this screamer to put on the Hexome.
Yeah.
Way too moody on there.
Yeah, well, you've got more voltage on there, haven't you? That's the thing.
Yeah. I think I remember the recommended build being like 0.3 minimum or something.
No, it's like 0.6, isn't it? I think.
No, the Hexome V3.
That would have been the original Hexome with the elbow.
Yeah, the V3 could go down to 0.3.
I really like the idea.
Really, you want to be like
of you building that wrong because you forgot, and you hit the button, and it being like Men in Black goes whoa, you're like fucking hell.
It went off. It went like, and I thought that's a bit moody, and it was like at the lowest point, so I was meant to be just easing into it.
Yeah.
And I thought, you've got to build higher on these because modern Claptons, the resistance is so low.
Yeah. I remember my friend Ricky.
That's what I use Claptons. Yeah.
My mate Ricky used to make series mods, and he made one for a bloke. He's a big Irish guy, Ricky, and he said, you know that cunt was on here the other day wrongly. And he said, I used your mod that you bought me, and I hit the button and I blew the fucking door off.
So, yeah, that's why the Screamer's back out. It was going to go on the Hexo, way too moody, so it's on a regulated device. So that's back on the beautiful drag free. With the Screamer in there is not Woo-Wah cigar.
Not Woo-Wah.
But Sweet Pea.
Oh, Sweet Pea.
And then still got the Cassandra. A little bit of that left.
Lovely job.
With the old goon.
Still like the goon. If I build a mech, I'll use a goon to do over anything.
And I was telling Mick I'm going to dig out a sub-tank, and I have. And
for the
first time this year, I'm on a sub-tank. The old Vupu PNP coil tank. And this is one of my favourite things that came out when everyone was doing the quite dodgy ropey tank pod thing. The one that came with an actual mod that looked good with it, you know.
That's true.
And you can stick a 510 in here and just use it as normal regular. But this actually works, I think. Just like as a thing. And so dug that out as well. In there I have that ropey pick a mix rhubarb and custard.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were banging that.
And then still got the sourin knocking about. That's got some lemon in. Yeah, so got two drippers on, sub tank, and I don't have any. Oh, yeah, I'm not having any low wattage things at the moment. Just having a bit of a change.
I think what have you got that built as the dripper? It's not going to be high. No.
I've got.
Sorry, I got it the wrong way around in my brain.
I've got a dead rabbit at 60. I've got the screamer at 50.
Perfect.
I've got the goon at 50, and then I've got the sub tank at 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
About what I used to vape goon at, and I do now and again if I'd build a tube with it.
I just got so lazy. I was literally the K phone and the new E Phoenix Hurricane V3 and the Squape. Just sort of been using them, and then on the show just a few extras. But I hadn't rotated my vapes all year. So.
I haven't rotated my vapes in 5 years. I don't think.
This is what we were talking to Craig about. He's not rotated his in 3 years.
No,
yeah, okay, it's about 3. Yeah, you're probably right with that.
3 years probably. When I got this cruiser is when I stopped buying anything.
Well, we've got an RDA to show later, which might tickle your fancy.
Well, you never know.
So, it's called the Tickle Your Fancy.
I'd buy it.
No, I don't know what it's called.
That would sell it to me straight away, easily.
Actually, it's a really good pint. I need to try it.
Especially if you wanted it for Christmas and you had to say to your missus, I just want to tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Well, there was a little era where juicers had really ropey, rude names.
Yeah, we had to. I remember when I was on the Vape Fest committee and we had to tell the whole brand to get fucked because they were mad. They were like, they were just smut. They weren't on the edge. They were just poor.
I remember like Monkey Jizz, which was fine. That was on the line.
I did.
That's cool.
Jedi's. What was it? Punk.
I did.
But then they went really rude.
I went Bean Flicker. That was the worst one I ever made up for Billy at Vaping King back in the day. And I wrote a description which really made me laugh, which was about a court jester who came and flicked her bean for all the world to see, and she'd flick and they'd made it out like it was juggling, but just made it really perverted. And it was like 3 paragraphs long. It was disgusting. But that was nothing. When we tried to, there was a stall asked for a place at Vape Fest, and it was like, what do you sell? And they were like, all bag, slippery tits,
yeah, slippery nipple,
jugs, cum. We're like, fucking hell, that's not on the edge. Just saying shit, don't do that. That's not clever. You're just a prick. Yeah, I think that was bad. Tits. All right, mate, calm down.
So yeah, vaping those things. Oh, drinking. Little Belgian number.
Oh, that looks like a good beer. Quality.
It's really good, yeah. It's aged.
They're only mini cans because Rich is quite small.
1336.
Size of it.
So it's well steeped.
That must be nearly a litre.
No, it's a pint. It's exactly a pint, I think.
Oh, is it? 450.
Yeah, I've just got these 4.
Really, I've got some life and deaths in the bag, and I'm gonna. Somebody just said they had these last week, and the hops are just too far forward.
Yeah, and I was saying that about the hops in the.
Yeah.
It's a really complex blend of hops, I think. But they've had a lot on.
It's reassuring expensive though, isn't it? Isn't that the catchphrase?
It used to be, didn't it? 8 for a $5. It's reassuring.
That's the stuff because when I was younger and going
reassuringly expensive, yeah.
When you're in the pubs, you're even.
Oh, was that Grolsch?
Heineken or
it could have been. Yeah, it might be right. It could have been Grolsch. Grolsch in a swing top bottle. Why does it make any difference? But it does. Don't know why, but it does.
Bros.
Reusable those.
Because of Bros. Remember Bros?
When can I be famous? I can't answer that.
They had Grolsch lids on their shoes.
Did they? No, but why did the beer taste better in the swing tops than it ever did in the normal?
Bottles, they're great bottles. You could
Placebo, perception, psychology.
Good name for a band. Write it down.
Okay. I give you 5 points for that. You still
Tony
trailing
Parkinson,
Stuart and-
he liked bean flicker. Stuart Dried bean flicker was it was jelly bean flavoured liquid.
You made some great juices.
Well, generally, the people who like bean flicker are the people who don't flick the bean.
Yeah. Well,
I'd love
good
a
liquid.
bottle of monkey cheese.
I still do Vaping King still going, I think. Is it?
Yeah, but I can't be bothered.
No. Yeah, I never liked it.
Yeah, it's not your style. It's not your style. You can't say that anymore.
Did.
You're banned from saying that.
What's that?
When we mention a custard-based juice,
No, I said not
you're
allowed to
banned
like
from
it.
saying you don't like
I can tell the difference between a good one and a bad one. Monkey Jizz was a groundbreaker when it came out, but then it just became obsolete because people just started doing it better. Like loads of so many. Yeah, I
it.
say
Yeah,
that.
but that's not fair, is it?
No, it's fine, isn't it? It's the
Bruce
evolution.
Forsyth was a witty
When?
TV personality, but then everyone else came along and did it better.
Yeah, but I accidentally pinged my window open. When was he last funny? I mean, he's dead, but when was he funny before that?
He never has been.
70s, 80s.
No, I've never found it funny. He's a knobhead.
He was never really a presenter. He was a.
So, it's a bad example, but you know what I'm saying. He was, he was a pioneer.
Yeah, okay. There you go, fix it. Sorry.
Des O'Connor, he was brilliant.
Mm.
When Jeffro rocked up, you knew it was going to be cracker.
Well, I think I will. One person I will.
Jeffro's on.
I will. I will
Get the VHS.
Oddly say that I think he was the pro at it was Terry Wogan. I used to listen to the Wogan show on the way to work.
He was
Because
good.
he was just good. Like I didn't matter.
What, at radio, you mean?
Yeah, at radio. I just think it was nobody. That Wogan, they've never replaced.
What was he? The TV show he used to do, probably before both your time.
It was just called Wogan. I do remember. Oh, and Blankety Blank.
Game show, didn't he?
He did
They
Blankety
brought it
Blank.
back on UK Gold, didn't
Blankety Blank, and he did Celebrity Squares, I think.
What was the show that had toys of gifts?
No, that was Generation Game, but that was Bruce
Who was
Forsyth.
that? Was that Bruce?
Yeah,
That's
Terry.
Brucey, yeah. And then Les Dennis.
No, Jim Davidson.
That's who I meant.
We couldn't watch that. When they changed the host, my stepdad just went, "We're not having him on the TV!" And that was it. It's done. Like, he just thought he was right. He's a wrong one, isn't he? He was right.
Wrong, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, Jim.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously
Oh,
politically,
forget
perhaps.
about the old Les Dennis. As he said on TV that he eats his own bogies.
Les Dennis.
Yeah, never admit
He
it.
did actually say it, and they talked about it.
Was that on when he was on Celebrity Big Brother and had a breakdown?
Can't remember now, but he said about that.
What a world we live in, eh?
I liked Big Break, though, but I sort of liked it in spite of him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll
Les,
give you that.
no, he weren't. Les Dennis weren't Big Bake, was he?
Jim Davidson.
No, Jim Davison.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We're talking at right angles, aren't we?
He's awful, isn't he? I actually, you know what I did? So what? Me and Jake, my boy Jake, we've got an ongoing thing that we buy.
Oh yeah, he bought you a DVD, Jim Davidson DVD, didn't
I
he?
bought him the Jim Davison CD.
Oh, amazing.
It's him singing. It's the worst thing you could ever hear.
Oh, you've got to get him Shatner next year.
Oh, that's
William
amazing.
Shatner
So he did a
singing.
whole album singing Jim Davidson.
Yeah,
He
so
loves a pound note, Jim.
I can find one to play you if you'd like.
He's such a bellend. I still remember when he didn't get the one that I heard, whatever that fucking dance group is.
I'll tell you what was
Dick
nice
about
about
it.
Big Break. How accessible those sporting stars were.
There. Yeah, but
You'd,
that's...
you'd never get like Ronaldo. pop up
Well, but I
on-
will say that's what Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's one of the only snooker players who thinks exactly that, is that people are untouchable now, and it's ridiculous. And I mean, he was after Big Break. He'd have been the perfect person for Big Break as well. Just been brilliant.
Oh, great.
Just a laugh.
They should bring it back with Ronnie.
What, as the host? Yeah,
Instead of
who's
Virgo.
having a bad
No,
week?
instead of Virgo.
Oh, right. Imagine Ronnie having a bad week. Welcome, whatever, fuck off. And slapped out. Get on with it.
There's a Ronnie O'Sullivan doing like a American. It's called the American Hustle.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance, dig it out. It's him when he was having a little sabbatical from snooker.
Yeah.
And he took up pool really big.
Oh, yeah. Selby's an
And he-
ex-pool player, isn't he?
And he went round America trying to hustle the hustlers at pool.
I really like
It's
Ronnie's.
great.
Ronnie's probably my favourite fucking my favourite snooker player ever. Sorry, Dave Wright's comment caught my eye when I was midway through that. And went,
yeah,
right.
that's
Lots
correct.
of good songs if you want to choose a Jim Davidson one that I can quickly play.
We shouldn't give him
Don't
airtime
give him
for the
airtime.
reason Dave writes.
Yeah.
100% correctly in chat.
Cats in the Cradle.
By sixpence none the richer, but he's done it. I like it. That's amazing.
Father and Son. Hello, Smiling.
He's got Father and Son by Cat
Technically
Stevens.
speaking, can he sing?
No.
Listen.
He's a triple threat.
It's good stuff. It's good
He's
stuff.
funny.
Imagine.
He's racist. He can sing a bit.
Imagine somebody went, "Should
Can he
we
dance?
murder a Cat Stevens?" And he went, "Yeah, why not?" Let's go.
Yeah, because that's not what he's getting. He's looking up through the screen. They're going,
Chef's kiss.
that was amazing. One more time, though.
Jim.
Just one more time.
And then just knock the master down so you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Be listening to something else. The back. Can you imagine Cat Stevens getting the check for that? What? Who the fuck is Jim?
He must have approved it.
No, it depends.
So, no.
Well, it depends who owns them.
No, he's released it. He's literally released it on CD.
What? No, I know, but you don't have to give permission. No, you don't have to check who somebody is. And his recording company might own it, and they go and they give the permission for
The studio might have given permission.
Yeah, but I mean, Boyzone had already.
Yeah, we're not
covered-
slagging off.
Boyzone had already covered it, and I'm totally misunderstood what Father and Son's about, which is quite a weird thing to do. It's a love song about a father. No, it isn't.
That's the worst name ever, Boyzone.
But it was perfect for that early 90s thing because they didn't know. It was like Take That. Neither band knew what they were actually going to do. They thought they were basically advertising
I don't mind the name Take That. Boyzone.
Boyzone. Yeah, it's quite weird.
You would never download an app called Boyzone.
Me? No.
You know there'd be something.
Doesn't that sound like something that would be on at like 1 o'clock in the morning on
Yeah.
Channel 5 with a number up?
Exactly.
Boyzone? Yeah, I'm after a boy.
Definitely shirt lifting on that, wouldn't there?
Right.
Anyway, what we're supposed to be doing? Oh, news. Oh, real world news.
Oh,
There's
real
nothing
world
that-
news.
Nothing really.
Porn
happening.
Porn in the Commons today. It was one of the things, wasn't it? Oh, I think
I
we
was
should just
thinking
go
that.
through. I think we should go through.
That Labour MP doing the basic instinct.
Yeah, there was the Tory watching porn on his phone in the
She
Commons,
should wear trousers.
and someone else noticed.
A filth.
Which is just ridiculous.
They're all like those lefties.
Even MPs are wankers, aren't they? You know.
Oh, it's terrible. My favourite one was the round table, though, on Monday night. So they had a round table of like government ministers who were basically shouting. It was a bit of blue sky thinking, and they were shouting out.
Which MP?
They don't know yet. They've
Unknown.
not named them yet. It's a Tory, but they haven't named who it is.
Well, it says Tories investigate.
No,
Is
it's
that
a, it's a senior Tory MP, and there's three people he knows.
What's wrong with that? It was his phone.
Yeah.
Do you know how boring it is?
Only the whip knows, which I thought was quite matron, and the lady,
How do
the
they
female
know?
MP, because
How's this?
it reported to the whip. You have to
a
report.
complaint. There's been a complaint.
Yeah, but the complaint was during the cabinet meeting that was about how commoners can save money, and they were shouting out stuff which I really liked. One of them was
Someone shouted out, "You could stop raising taxes."
somebody said, "What if
That's true. Someone did shout that.
What if everybody turns off all this stuff they've got on standby?" Julie, it's not 1996. No one's got a cathode ray TV. You silly old cunt. Shut the fuck up.
That they do recommend that. Though.
No, I know, but it made loads of sense on a cathode ray TV, but it doesn't now. Like you would save, like you can check your smart meter.
Oh, John, I don't know.
I
Martin
do
Lewis
know.
Recommend
£271. He's a fucking minute. Anyway, I thought to make up funny ones, I had funny ones, which was if you can pick a cat up and get all four its legs off the ground for longer than 10 seconds, you can eat it. That was a good one.
That's. I would just say you can eat cats.
Anyone with more than 2 children can sell one or get it to work in Aldi, and you get like a kickback.
That's the thing, anyway.
And you get a kickback.
Off, didn't it?
You can sell kids. You can sell kids.
I just wanted. Oh, that was the other one. And grind Jamie Oliver down into turkey Twizzlers and sell them to school kids. That was a good one. I thought I was quite proud of that one. But I like the idea of all that, because they were printing the sensible ones, but I wanted to know what everyone else was shouting out. What does a poor person look like? Shut up, Jeffrey. Doesn't matter. Listen, some people haven't got any money.
See what. So you're not allowed to watch porn in the comments?
No, they do say.
Why?
What's wrong with that then? If he's getting some relief,
it's against the code of conduct.
No, but he wasn't wanking.
I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, if he was, that's terrible.
He wasn't wanking.
We'll investigate, and he went onto a site, and then all these porn pop-ups invaded his phone.
You don't know what it is? There's no filters, is he? Like, you can just watch, Dutch girls love to be punished for having big boobs, and you do not punish a girl, Dutch or otherwise, having big boobs. Should be rewarded.
You've got that search term down.
Yeah.
He really cleverly went into an Office quote, which was very, very good. It was a Ricky Gervais straight down. He does that.
I tell you what,
straight down the barrel.
If he was messing with, so that's horrendous. But he was just watching it.
You can't do that. Even if you were in your.
Where do you draw the line?
Well, watching porn at work, you can't do that because it is against the code of conduct. You can't do it. If you're
Loaded.com.
Richard, if you're in a board meeting at work,
and someone came up behind you, what if you're scanning the Daily Mail? That's very rude these days.
It's not porn.
So it could be. What about if you read?
Where do you draw the line?
And you write
penetration.
Yeah.
But have you got the Sun?
No, they're just licking.
That's still got on page 3 on it, is it?
Yeah, but you couldn't read the paper in the commentary.
No, Sun's not page 3.
You wouldn't bring it out in the middle of a session. They do have page 3. Yeah, they've got page 3. They've got page 3.
Not with the nips out.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they pretended to do. They did a faux campaign, and then they went, if people don't want it anymore, we're not going to do it anymore. And on the Saturday, this paper came out, the first paper without boobs.
They went page 10,
and they went, "We love them," and it was just tits. We're never doing it.
Dan Fox, bring her back.
I don't think that's right, John.
My weirdly,
and if so, how do you know?
My mum. Oh, I do know because my mum buys the Sun. So my mum's a Methodist minister. But she likes the Sun because she likes the letters page, and she's known to write into. And my stepdad will read the Sun because it's in the house. She likes doing the quick crossword, and she said like, they printed me a letter in the Sun the other day. But I will never forget my stepdad. I was about 16. He was reading the Sun. He went, "Hey, give us a look at that paper." And she gave him the paper, and he sat down. And he was reading it. And then he went, like, my mum was just doing, like, wash it up. And he turned the paper round, page 3, and he went, "Whoa, look at the bazookas on that." And my stepmom went, my mum went, "Oh, Martin, stop. Leave him alone."
Breastfeed a crash.
Like, who does that? "Look at the bazookas on that." All right, Martin, calm down.
They shouldn't put it in if it's...
Yeah, but I don't need a review of it. Like, we do it. Fucking
they usually... Well, if it's like...
Hey, John, look at that. What do you reckon of that, Son?
Yeah.
Superb, that.
Lovely, jubbly. Which one do you like, left or right? All right, calm down. Left.
Yeah, they're never identical.
Like twins. Not perfect.
Actual vaping news.
Yeah, let's do that. Because we've gone...
Keep it light, though.
We've done all the porn and everything else. It was actually... I quite like the news, too. It's funny. Oh, the Mirror. This is quite good. There we go. The Daily Mirror. So, you go... like, danger ahead, basically, the headline is. And then you go, they're going to swerve around, right, by the headline. 2 puffs on a laced e-cigarette left my teenage son fighting for his life. At least you put the word "least" in there. Laced, so we know we're going to be safe. Within minutes of taking a few drags of a vape that Spencer Smith didn't know the real contents of, he collapsed in the middle of a football pitch and his body started to convulse. And Mum has warned of the dangers of vaping after 2 drags with electronic cigarette left their son fighting for his life. Whoa, Karen! That's not what it says. That's not what happened. Stop making up stuff. That's meant.
It is what happened.
No. You can't say. You can't. That is the equivalent of saying my son drank some 70% vodka that was coloured brown in a bottle of Dr. Pepper. Just like that. And it was Dr. Pepper. We thought it was Dr. Pepper. And it was vodka. And I just want to tell everybody to be careful and don't drink Dr. Pepper. Dad, no, that's not the lesson. The lesson is
a problem, isn't it?
Know the contents of what you're fucking doing.
It is a problem.
Blame culture is a real pain in the backside. Gotta be.
Maybe we should move to closed systems.
No, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be.
That's even worse in a way.
Find a way, drill a hole in it and squirt in what you want, don't you?
Well, they put
How mean are these kids?
This has got spice in it, which I'm not very good at drugs, but I know that's a drug.
It's a legal drug, I believe, isn't it?
No, it's illegal now. But benzodiazepines, it said. Teenager collapsed in the middle of a football pitch as his body started to convulse. I'm not a sports person, but don't vape and play football at the same time anyway. It's not a good idea.
Well, it depends what level.
Spencer from Honeywell cannot remember much from the experience, other than feeling like. Why do they misuse quotes now in so much stuff? They put Spencer from Honeywell cannot remember much of the experience, other than feeling like he was going to die. Is what they put in there.
Well,
terrible these vaping devices.
You just need one single. You need a quote, not.
Got a point, isn't she?
Really bunny is
bad, aren't they?
It's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. This. I think
if somebody gave you a roll, like a joint size roll, and they went, do you want a bit of this fag? You'd go, what's in that? You wouldn't just go, yeah, fucking hand it over.
If it looked exactly like a normal Regal, though. Do you ever used to make the secret agents?
But they would know.
Where you used to pull out the tobacco and then put like cannabis and tobacco.
I'm rubbish at drugs. I didn't know. No, I didn't.
And they used to call them secret agents, because they look just like a cigarette, but actually it's a joint.
No one would know. And you'd be there smoking the Super King. No,
I think it's just one of those things. Like, don't put your drink down in a nightclub, or put your thumb over the bottle or whatever. That's the lesson. Now I don't know.
I know, but that's saying then we live in a fucking mental world where you have to tell people. Like,
you shouldn't have to tell people that, but
you do.
The campaign is kind of like people under 21. What the fuck are you vaping for?
Yeah,
grow up. It's for proper sad bastard old people.
That
smoke that used to smoke.
Yeah, that dose and drinks.
It's not cool, you knobhead. So that's like campaign 1.
Yeah.
2, it's like don't vape other people's vapes. COVID, hello. And then it's like
it might just be 50 milligrams.
Get your juice from a regular vendor, like a proper vape shop.
It might just be 50 milligrams. That's happened quite a lot. We've done shows and stuff. Someone's gone, can I try your vape? Yeah, if you got to drip it.
But I know what you're saying. Like, if someone gave someone a can of Dr. Pepper and it was literally a can of bleach,
that
could happen.
Exactly, but you wouldn't. But the warning would then be: check what's in the can before we drink it. Not don't drink Dr. Pepper. That's mental.
At the press.
Yeah, but he would taste it and he wouldn't collapse and convulse from drinking a bit of.
All right, but we could just put the same in it. We could actually just say spice and benzodiazepine in the can instead, and then it's fucked. But then it's not Dr. Pepper. It's just don't do that.
Yeah.
The lesson is wrong.
I tell you what, if you are playing football, don't have fizzy pop because it's too gassy.
If you are playing football, don't do fizzy pop. I was already vaping. He probably wasn't going to be like in the World Cup or anything.
Vapes are all right.
Yeah, Ants hit the nail on the head. He won't mix his spice with a dodgy vape device in the future. They always say a friend.
So we've helped one person.
It helped. Same thing happened to Grant Mitchell, didn't it? Ross Kemp on gangs. He was in the. That's his full name. He was in the prison and he sniffed a spice pen, didn't he? He went, and then he had to be taken to hospital because it's so strong.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, he dosed himself with spice because the prison guard went, "Why did you do that? Like, why would you smell like you fucking? Is that Coke? Smells like Coke." That would be amazing.
What's the next one?
This is a really weird one. This is Carmarthenshire schools. This is what this is about.
Oh, yeah. This annoyed me.
I just thought it was a really, really weird thing to do. A group of secondary school head teachers have written to parents urging them to talk to their children about detrimental behaviour. Schools in Carmarthenshire noted an increase in abuse towards staff, deliberate vandalism, rather than accidental vandalism.
Keep going, just stuff to do.
And vaping.
Anything other than deliberate vandalism.
Yeah. The letter, signed by 11 heads of school, said that the challenges reflected the national picture. The government said it doubled mental health support for schools since the pandemic began. Right? But they basically sent a letter home with kids going, this job is shit and your kids are cunts. Try and get them to behave better when they're here, because cannot be asked with this shit. And yeah, get them to not to do any more on purpose vandalism. Accidental vandalism is fine. If you accidentally spray "suck my big fat dick" on the board in spray paint, that can happen. Just don't do it on purpose. I found it a really weird thing to tell parents. When you put your kids at school, you assume they're going to get something. Am I talking to myself? Is everybody crashed?
No.
Oh, I thought you crashed. I thought, shit.
I'm looking through some old files to see if I can find the bullshit sample we.
Oh, bullshit! Yeah.
Bullshit.
Scared the crap out of me.
Right, this school one.
Mm.
I think this is like a classic example of how badly run schools are.
That was exactly what I said while you were away, basically.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing?
It's taking up time. It doesn't take any time. If you spot a kid vaping, you pop down the office or wait till later, make a note, and then you send a letter home.
Yeah. Don't you send
The
everyone a
receptionist can
letter?
do that.
Yeah.
And you send a letter home, FYI, your kid's vaping at school.
Mm.
And if the parents want to do something about it, cool. It's not a school's problem. It's harmless anyway. It's not changed from smoking days, has it?
No.
There was loads of people smoking. Teachers wasted time sorting out kids that were smoking, but at least those kids were actually killing themselves.
Well, they used to just do that. They used to send a letter home to parents saying you were caught smoking.
If you send a letter home and your kid's clever enough to intercept the letter, or
I usually
the
was.
parent reads it and don't do it about it, then that's on them.
I normally got rid of the letter. That was my one. What? You're going to post it? I'll save you a stamp.
We're not encouraged to smoke at school.
Yeah, it's good for your
The
throat.
metalwork teacher was quite happy and he would say, he fancied
Really?
Biggie, are you coming round? Anyone want to come and have a smoke round the back of the workshop? It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I honestly think that is just poor teaching. I think do not waste your time on that.
I do think it was
Have a
always.
system in place.
And do you imagine how many meetings they had about it as well? The vote. Should we all vote? Yeah, let her home. Yeah, let her home. What are you doing? Wasting your fucking time with this shit.
Bottom line,
You don't
is,
even
kids aren't
need to
gonna
confront the
smoke
child.
like we were because they can't afford to.
No, you can't. It's impossible.
No, you know.
I remember when the facts went up.
Yeah, but vapes aren't cheap.
Yeah, but my dad was, I mean, stupid. I remember saying to him, like, can I have some money for lunch? And he went, yeah, and he gave me £1. And fags had gone up like the week before, and I went, can I have £1.20p? And he went, I haven't got £1.20. And I went, £1.10? And he went, I don't know, I've got some bits and bobs. £1.6p, because that was 10 pence an edges. Like, I don't know why I didn't just go, no, I'm trying to buy 10 pence, and fuck's sake, just give me £1.6. I'm not smoking Mayfair, you cheap bastard. Thought you were spending on lunch. I don't need lunch. I'm fucking smoking. I killed the appetite.
I spent all my dinner money on cigarettes.
Always.
I used to get £1. I'd either buy 10 fags and a packet of crisps if I felt like I needed to eat something, or I could get 20 Red Band from Spar for £1 and 4p.
It's how every kid in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s was rat thin because they just didn't eat. They would just smoke fags. We were in the middle of it. We had Thatcher as the Prime Minister, so there was no food at home. So you had to eat 700 potatoes when you get home. And at lunchtime, you'd have 3 Benton edges for your lunch.
Oh, I used to smoke like the whole 10 down the woods. In the lunchtime. Get rid of them at lunchtime, smoking them, or whatever I've got left. We'll have one in the morning. But, yeah.
Amazing.
Stupid.
Yeah, but honestly, schools, I don't know. They make things their business. It's not.
That is a really weird story, and because they've done these collectives now, haven't they? Because we've got one locally where like 5, 6 TED teachers have to meet
your shit
twice a week to talk bollocks that no one cares about. It's just total nonsense.
What was the other thing? Social media again, not their problem.
You don't know. I don't understand the phone thing. Don't let them have fucking phones.
FYI, little Johnny's been a right knob on Twitter. Hashtag sort him out.
A cunt, and then tag him in the post.
Yeah,
so everybody
have
knows.
Have a school Twitter and just retweet all their nasty tweets.
Yeah.
Detention, and then quote retweet.
I've known a few people who've tweeted stuff like about on Facebook. They're an idiot. They've got an open account. I'm saying no, like know of somebody. They'll go, hate working for these cunts. Can't wait to quit. And their boss has commented, no need to worry about when.
See,
you're
coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, sorted. I remember when I sat down with my last board that I worked for, and they were like, do you use social media at all? And I went, what's it called? And they went, social no. And they went, Facebook, all one word. No, never heard of it. I'm not, fuck off. No, I'm not going through this shit. Fucking load of crap. And I did have one of the residents who lived in my building come up and he went, I do an Ohm Show. One of his kids, one of his grandkids had gone, there's a guy who works at your place. He looks like this. Fucking shut up. So do the last business news?
No. I'm going to show you a new thing.
Oh.
So you're going to have to load up the feed.
Yeah.
I can't do it because it makes my computer stutter.
Oh,
that's all right. I'll show it you. So, I'll show it you in some sort of weird loop.
You wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, you.
There's a new. I don't know all the facts, but there seems to be a new RDA from Van & Del.
Oh,
yeah.
So if I click,
is it called the Conspiracy Twins? That's the sense. I can see it.
Yay! So Rick.
Oh,
it looks like that.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Looks like a.
There we go.
A old RDA that I used to have.
That's right.
No, a really old one. Can't think what it's called now.
Yes, it's a new RDA. If people in chat can tell me what it's called, I can't bother googling it. Yeah, it's new from them. Mark Todd has done. What was that for? Mark Todd has done a review of it.
It's called Despot. Andy Fairchild's vaping one right now.
Wow, on the money. Could have told us about it, Andy.
Very mouth to lung is what Stuart Drummond is saying.
They're at the point now, Van & Del, where they don't bother marketing and stuff because they only make about 12 and they sell out before they've even been made.
The Despot.
But you probably, if you keep, I don't know, if you turn like notifications on for like Steam Island, you might be able to get your hands on one. Yeah, it's low. It's single coil. It is low. Am I live here? Right, it's single coil. It's low wattage, and its big thing is it's. And I'll show you the internals now.
Oh,
I'll
nice.
hold it up, Rick, when it's on. The internals are, they've basically gone, what's the best Atty of recent times? And then they've gone, the Saver.
Yeah, probably.
And they've gone, what was so good about the Saver? And they've gone, it was that changeable post.
Yeah.
What
am I doing? I'm looking at
yours.
yours.
See that, Rick? I don't know.
Yeah, just about. I can tell though, even from this long distance picture, they copied the Saver for that.
Yep. And they've gone.
They ripped you up.
Yeah, the changeable undercoil airflow. That was
changed
so
vaping
good about
forever with that Saver, and they're all.
Oh, and so it looks low the way.
So
I thought it was
what I'm going to show.
side-on.
The third picture I'm going to show is a picture from Mark Todd's review of his build, which makes it all very clear.
Looks like a cat built it.
It's a
Has it got any better
build.
coiling lately or not?
Yeah, it doesn't make the coils anymore.
No,
I think he's got a man in.
borrow tanks instead that don't
He
have
buys the coil. Doesn't he?
to,
Yeah, you're right. Actually, someone's just said it looks like a bit like the Berserker. They're right.
So what it looks, it's a fucking saver, right? So
On the outside,
basically, yeah, it's got a really old school look. It really resonates with me, but I can't remember. I think it's nice looking.
Yeah, I agree. I was just playing around.
Basically, so there's 3 set posts,
Right.
that you stick in, and as you can see from Todd's build, the coil just goes right over the top. The cotton drops right down, like almost like a tank.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can, in terms of as a dripper, this will, a few drips and you'll be good for ages.
And it skunk the shit out of it, I assume, as well.
Yeah, very squonky indeed. In fact, in the picture there, it's squonk ready, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't even come non-squonky for all I know.
Oh, Andy Fairchild said it looks like the Aeronaut. Do you remember how fucking loud that was?
Aeronaut, yeah.
That's such a loud piece of shit.
I'd be interested to know how loud this is, because when you put the hole dead on like that, you're going to need good beveling.
It does look like there's a beveled edge on it, but I don't know. Well, Andy's got one. How loud is it?
Yeah, how loud is it, Andy? Be honest.
Yeah, try and be honest.
Once.
The fucking Aeronaut sounded like a plane taking off and took a drag. I remember thinking, so good, that shit.
I think this looks great. To be completely honest, it looks great.
Can't remember. I can't even read it.
Oh,
so it's not good.
It's not Hallett.
That's the Mephisto, isn't it?
Yes. There we go.
Oh yeah, fair.
I tell you what else it reminded me of a little bit, because the coil is so high for an RDA. It's like the Dead Rabbit meets the Derringer.
Okay.
Because the Derringer was so low profile, if you make the RDA bigger but you put the coil higher, you get the same effect, don't you?
Andy say it's not.
Derringer.
Andy say it's not noisy, and Ali Keegan's gone. Fuck it. She's gone.
It will be immaculately made.
Ali Keegan's gone back to the Savers. She's like,
yeah.
I know what I like.
It's because of all the
I know what I like.
Media buzz.
Yeah. I know what I like.
I'm going to go back to Saver one day.
Who are you going to say?
Struggle to wick it though. That was the problem with that. Yeah, so I think it looks great. That's a great looking RDA. I don't think you can get one.
I don't really get anything that's not great, really, do they?
No, it's a great idea. Really well executed by the looks of it. Not cheap. I think the only place in the UK is Steam Island, and dare I say out of stock, so they've come and
Could
gone.
be Vape Bay.
Passed us by.
Vapors Bay, do they do?
Possibly, but I think all the UK contingents are because they're very small numbers, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say Steam Island.
It's been out a month, so.
Yeah, well, Mark's review was 2 weeks ago. He likes to test it for a few weeks.
Oh, okay. So. V&D designed it, and it was machined by Huzzah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're too lazy to do their own machining these days. But yeah, fantastic. Of course it looks great. I bet it's brilliant. But
Sash is busy investigating vaccines. He's got to concentrate fully on that. And masks.
Yeah, they only made 100. It'd be great if they made some more, because I reckon that'd be great. But yeah, it looks great. It's a thing. It's, if you've got one, well done. Well done to Andy. That's the benefit of keeping your finger on the pulse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be really good. I don't know what the 3. If Andy's at it, if he wants to tell us the 3 airflows sizes of those 3 posts, that'd be great.
I'm going to go 1, 1, 2, 1.
It'd be too tight for me. I would want more airflow. I mean, I still have the Haku half open, so it's mouth to.
I'll be seeing it's too loose.
It'll be 0.8, 1, 2.
Do you reckon? I don't think it'll be 0.8. I am wondering.
0.8, 1, 2, and 2.
Yeah, 0.8, because we've all Mark and I are both the same school of 0.8 is mouth alone. That is where you are. 1 isn't. Like you think it is. No, it's not. 0.8.
As soon as he makes that video, Mark, it just goes on the shelf.
He nearly kicks him. That's what I heard.
Round 4.
He just goes, kicks it over the fence.
Sub-tanks,
yeah. TJ runs after it. 1, 2, and 3.
Fair enough. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, 1 is too.
Yeah, 3 mil. That wouldn't be too tight for you. That'd be the same as your Cruiser, Rick.
There you go. Could be interested. He's giving it the nod.
But yeah, I think it looks great. I'm only joking about what I say. I think it looks great.
It does.
I think you can get one.
Yeah,
so.
it will be quality from them.
Good to see a classic out. Thanks for answering the question.
What was your last news? What was your last news thing? Before we get onto the Facebook posts.
Facebook posts of the week. Let's just go. Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. I'm on the 3 with a 0.4 coil, says Andy. I really like this. This is from a website called BGR. What science, if we haven't learned anything in the last couple of years, is if you don't like the science that is science, don't report it however you want. You can read facts however you like, if that's your thing. And BGR have done that. Study reveals surprising effects vaping has on brain and heart. So you're there like, that's probably not good. Surprising.
Clickbait.
It started as a safe alternative to smoking. See, they're the only ones who've used inverted commas correctly, because that's a safe alternative to smoking. Over the years, though, panic about just how vaping actually is have made headlines time and time again. Make fucking sense.
What am I supposed to be looking at on my phone? The group.
Oh, yeah. Back in 2019, the CDC clarified its stance on vaping. The agents admitted that bootleg THC products were likely to blame for vaping illnesses. So, what was it called? Vuvanio, whatever. That was all Aztec. Making headlines at the time. Now, though, the stance on vaping or e-cigarettes continues to be one of debate. A new study on how vaping affects the brain, lungs, and the rest of the body could shed more light on the subject. I fucking read it. It doesn't. Researchers published a new study in eLife in April 2022. The researchers said that they were assessing how Juul devices and their flavorings affect multiple organs in the body. They weren't, because there's far too many variables in that, so you haven't got a fucking chance. It was done in the University of California in San Diego. And so they were looking at brains and hearts. I'm just going to jump on to what they've gone. They used young adult mice, which we know is that's the industry standard, is a mice
comparable lung size to humans, apparently.
Yeah, perfect. And they made them vape 3 times a day. Perfect.
It's not that; it's the eyes.
Yeah, they've got it. Yeah, mice eyes.
They've got human eyes.
Mice eyes. The researchers saw several inflammatory markers in the brain had become elevated. Again, in mice, they don't mention that though. Additionally, they noted that changes
fucking mice, man,
in the neuroinflammatory gene expression could be seen in the nucleus accumbens. This part of the brain is critical for motivation and processing rewards. So they kind of said what we know, which is we know that nicotine creates dopamine, so it's sort of its own reward, and same as smoking does. It's nicotine, obviously, that does it. It just sets it off. But it also has other effects. It speeds up the heart, etc., etc. This got nothing to do with flavorings. They haven't isolated the flavorings. There's no reason for anything else in there except for the flavoring, and not on a mouse, but whatever, they haven't done that.
Yeah, but they haven't accepted that.
No, they haven't accepted that.
Mice might have a preference to the flavour.
They love melon. Anyway, so they've gone the brain. They've gone for the brain. They've gone, this is what this does. I'm not happy with this. But then they said, but the brain isn't the only organ that vaping affects. The study also noted increased inflammatory gene expression in the colon. The heart, on the other hand, showed decreased levels of inflammatory markers. So it's like, oh, okay, so that's good. The researchers say this state of immunosuppression could make cardiac tissue more vulnerable.
Could.
I mean, yeah, it's to lose terms like could. Well, my uncle could be my auntie.
Could make you grow a second nose.
If he had a fanny. You are not coming up with anything. It's mice. Stop doing this shit. There's enough people. We've done this thing loads of times on the show. They said 14 million vapors in the world, which they've far underestimated. Number one, if you've got 14 million live subjects doing what you're studying, fucking ask them. or check. Don't bother.
Do we actually know?
They don't want the real answer.
No. Yeah, why are they messing about with Stuart Little? Leave him alone. Put him on a plane.
They don't want the real answer.
Right.
There is no preliminary research for any of these studies.
And there hasn't been a single death either, has there?
No. Zero.
No.
In this decade we've been vaping, not a single person has died from vaping.
No.
It's like the opposite, though. Whenever you do, you can always tell, because I had this argument with somebody the other day about something else.
Mind you, I don't know if anyone died in the first 10 years of cigarettes.
Yeah, I reckon they probably did. Loved it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nice, isn't it? Tasty.
Yeah.
My
Little erection.
what you should do, a lot of the times when you look at these studies, a lot of people who don't know, they don't know about anything in the fucking world, never think, why? Like, lots of people go, I don't know if you know, but cannabis actually gets rid of cancer. No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, they did a study. It was like 8 people. And you go, the orange.
Bob Marley in the end.
And you go,
Cancer.
no, infection in his foot, wasn't it? He had a bone.
I think they got him on tax, didn't
But they, but as soon as you go, well, studies, the controls 5. I've got a really good example in it. They go controls 5. The group is 5. And you go, why wasn't it fucking 200 million? There's 200 million people fucking smoking weed every day. Ask them. No. So why? So why have you come up with 5?
they? They did ask. They didn't reply.
You're all too high. A friend of
Didn't
mine.
get around to reply.
A friend of mine who's a vegan, he's a nice guy, but I had to stop talking to him last week because he posted a thing about a study on dogs put on vegan diets.
Right. Yeah. You said this last
Oh,
week.
did I? Yeah, 200 dogs. Gives a fuck. That's not enough dogs. Shut the fuck up. People, just come on, get a grip. You just check if something works, it works.
It's just been disappointing all these years of
Underdog.
vaping.
That is me and dog.
How there's this narrative against vaping that's just constantly there, all coming from the most corrupt country in the world, America.
And they're all coming from 2 places: big pharma, big tobacco. The people who are losing money over and over again. We've just seen, you obviously, last week, Imperial.
They need to be hounded out of the community, these scientists.
Yeah. Imperial Tobacco in the US lost their push to get blue on the market in America. So they're now left with, they might as well be anti-vaping because they can sell more fags. They're like, what the fuck are we doing? You're mad as shit.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, as much as we don't really like them, it's wrong.
Yeah, because you just get people, if they say, well, no, they can't try the new blue super cool flavour, well, go on then. Go and smoke fucking Lucky Strike.
There'll probably come a time as well, probably in the States as well, where they'll come up with a reason why electric cars are so bad. Because they're so lobbied.
They're already doing it now. They do it in the UK.
Are they?
They do it all the time. There was a thing the other day in the paper where they're changing the code so that driverless vehicles can drive up to 37 miles an hour and the driver can be doing what they want, watching TV or whatever. There is no fucking difference between 37 miles an hour and 80 miles an hour if it's you're not driving, if it's a driverless vehicle. Why the fuck is there a fucking steering wheel? What is the point? You are making a rule to sell more cars. So you're selling in the first generation of cars, and then you're going to sell the second, and then the third. Oh, this one will do 90 miles an hour. You don't need to touch the steering wheel. Fuck is there a steering wheel for? It's just bollocks, and we do it all the time. Every time Tesla, they've crashed.
Them far too much credit, I think. There. I totally get your example.
They killed one. I think Tesla. One cyclist got run over by a Tesla in autopilot, and the world went mental. How many manual drivers run over people every single fucking day? Yeah. That doesn't make the news. You just go, oh yeah, Jeff's dead now. He got killed by Frank because he shouldn't be fucking driving. It's nuts. If you want to save the planet, automated driving's great. I just think we're doing legislation.
Not the planet, people.
Yeah. Fuck 'em. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, more people kill things than automated cars will.
They never would. Because the other thing is, you could do things like...
The electric car thing's very complicated.
Yeah. If we just take it down to automated driving, though, if you were
automated driving, yeah, I'm all for.
If you could
Have you seen that Minority Report?
Yeah. when you go, like you go, and Demolition Man, if you're going to
is that the same system? Like
I like the taxi in Terminator.
It's pretty good.
No, not
mind you, I haven't even got Uber yet.
What's the other short thing? Total Recall.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's a cracker.
But you imagine if you were going to the airport, like you got to be at Heathrow for 7 a.m. You get a driverless car outside at 4. The car fucking knows what all the traffic is all the way to Heathrow, right? So it can drive 90 miles an hour, slow down to 63 because it knows there's a bit of a queue in an hour and a half. So we're not going to hit that queue now because everybody's adjusted their speed. Like, it's fucking mental. And that's such a simple piece of piss code. There's no reason. And people say, oh, they'd be so dangerous. My mother-in-law has fuck all peripheral vision. No one cares.
It'd be so good for people like blind people and disabled people, wouldn't they?
So good for just everybody to be alive. Okay? Who gives a fuck?
He can't drive anymore, like my old man. You know, he could go somewhere.
Yeah, he could go Cornwall for the weekend. Just get the
little
car.
Great, wouldn't it? I'm off to Cornwall. I'm going to sleep. You know,
you could book the car for 2 o'clock in the morning. Turns up.
Get a taxi.
Go to sleep. Get there. Fucking mental.
Get a taxi.
I just think it's mental. Mick Blizzard says roll on teleportation. I agree, we're close, I think.
Are we close?
Yeah.
That'd solve everything.
They're trying to get the Tesla, the tubes, aren't they?
The reason that they should get people to move electronic, I think like the marketing push on electronic cars should be the moral aspect.
Yeah. Don't kill people.
Well, you've got like Putin loving his oil.
Yeah.
You got like all these
Saudi Arabians
still doing slavery and stuff. Like push the moral thing.
But you couldn't do that.
But it's really questionable that it's better for the environment. 40% of this country runs on fossil fuels.
Yeah, sure.
So anyone charging the car, it's only 60% better. And that's after you take into account the precious materials
but the
electronic car, what's going to do with the batteries, the lithium.
With automation, though, so I'm totally agreeing with you. But with automation,
like
an electric
Prius
car
has done a lap of the globe before it's built.
There's no reason to own a fucking car. Could you imagine having the streets? Because there's no point anymore. You just go, you're going to Sainsbury's or whatever, you just go Sainsbury's. But you don't need to have a car. It's fucking pointless. That's a brilliant system.
There's a Bruce Willis film. Surrogate.
You're shopping home if you ain't got a car.
No. You book an automated car. You go and you come back with your shopping.
You want your own, didn't you? I'd want my own.
Why? What for?
Just send a drone.
Yeah, send a drone. Fuck it. But there's no point.
A taxi, it's too expensive. You could
No, it wouldn't be expensive because there's no driver. There's no liability insurance. No, it wouldn't be. It'd be such a minimal price. It'd be less than the fuel.
We've gone off track.
We have gone mental.
Rick, how have you been keeping? What's going on? How are you?
I'm all right. Not bad, hanging in there. You know, not much going on. Trying to sort out business and make a work better, you know.
We've got warm weather though. You must be chilling. You must be kind of getting. It's nearly barbecue time. Yes, it's nearly barbecue time.
I've got my big old Kamado. I've been cooking up some stuff in.
You've been down the allotment?
It's behind the house.
I haven't.
It's just how you say it, John.
Yeah, it's up the allotment for a start because it's at the top of the garden, so it's sort of up in it. No, well, we went in. Annie's dug over a few beds, but we have really let it go a bit. But we will clean it up. So I've had too many other jobs to do here, like sorting this space out.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it's getting there. Nearly.
I told you I've got the
spinning the wheels of steel.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my once in a while radio show again.
Oh, cool! Definitely put that on the group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me and a couple of friends we used to do it every week, but it's a bit too much doing it every week. But gonna get that set up and gonna start producing some music again like I used to. So yeah, setting up the gear here a bit and get a bit more to do, and I'll start making some tunes again. It'll be fun, yeah. So I've been mainly doing work on the house and barbecuing, and that's on the occasional beer here and there. That's it really.
Nice.
But I do like a bit of barbecuing these days. That's about all I've been doing. And work-wise, very quiet at work. Yeah, but that's just vaping or mod making becoming very rare. You know, not many people are doing it now.
No.
I was going to say something to you then. You just said, "Oh, I think I'm going to do jerk chicken at the weekend." So I've never done jerk chicken.
Yeah,
jerk chicken and rice and peas is what I quite
rice and pea. You got to say you don't.
No S.
Proper Jamaican way of saying it.
It's all right. I am 1/32 Jamaican, so one in every 30.
You should know better.
1 in every 32 times I got it right. So it's like rice and
pea and ting.
I was having a joke with an American the other day because they're
I don't know, because it could be cultural appropriation.
Yeah, that's what I'm not doing.
I'm probably being racist saying that, am I?
No, you're not. It's fine.
I don't think so.
The
meant in a bad way in a derogatory way.
I happened to see
your dreadlocks are pushing it.
A group of Americans, they talking about how Irish they were, and they're as Irish as I am Jamaican. So that's like, well, fine then. I'm fucking Jamaican. Let's go.
Yeah, no,
you're not fucking Irish.
Yeah,
I find your great grandmother's fucking Irish. Then my great grandfather's Jamaican, so I'm Jamaican.
The world's not ready.
I find jerk chicken can be a bit too hot. Personally, if it's proper authentic jerk chicken,
I'm only going to use 2.
Just have normal chicken and just
Scotch
give it a little...
bonnet. Scotch bonnet. Do you know what I got? I impulse bought a chicken because I was in the.
Yeah, been there.
A live one or dead?
Dead. I was in the butcher's.
Oh right.
And I bought 4 pork chops. When I put it on a card, and he went, "Can't do it for less than a tenner." So I said, "Put a chicken on," and he went, "10.50." Chicken.
Right.
You know what my favourite thing to do with a chicken is?
Dance. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I've got all the things like rotisserie and stuff, and I've done beer can chicken and rotisserie and a whole chicken. But you know what? You can't beat just spatchcocking it. I want and burn the life out of the inside and get some crisp on the outside.
I'm gonna spatchcock it, and then I'm just gonna be spatchcock jerk chicken with rice and pea.
It's because we were talking about Nando's
rice
earlier.
And pea and ting.
And ting. I don't know about the ting. I don't think we're out of ting around here, but I'm going to put that. Oh, you'll like this. For my wedding anniversary, that was our wedding anniversary, I suppose, I got a taco press.
Did you? I want one. I make one, but I have to roll them out, and it's a bit.
You must have a lot of storage in your cupboard.
No, because you fit sideways. I get bollocks for everything. I haven't got a spiralizer.
Your pasta flattener.
I've got stuff in here now. We haven't got any room in our kitchen. I've got my meat and sausage stuffer and all of that in here.
What's better?
The machine's bigger than his microwave.
And my slicer.
My wife don't cook, but she organised the kitchen. It's the stupidest shit in the world. Like, where's that? Just third drawer down. What?
You're meant to be telling us about selection boxes.
Oh yes. We Rick, I had a game because this became a discussion.
Shit game,
but a game nonetheless.
Didn't even make sense.
It does make sense.
I like a game.
So
it doesn't make sense. I can't wait for you to explain this to me.
Yeah, I'm ready, mate. Don't you fucking fuss.
What fucking selection box has fruit and nut in?
The selection box there's a fucking picture of. It's not that hard.
What picture?
If you look down the list, there's a selection box picture.
Everyone's a fruit and nut cake.
Right, look down. All right,
it's
might not
kids
be
a selection box.
Look on the one that says twirl. There is a picture that looks like that. That is a selection box. Right. Anyway, the point was, Rick, I'm going to read out a list to you.
Oh, noisy cricket.
Yeah.
Of stuff that's in that specific selection box, and the game was, what's the shittest thing in there?
Okay.
Because in a selection box, this was the thing. We were driving along the other day, and you kind of, as a kid, you ate in reverse, didn't you?
Where's this picture?
Go to the twirl selection, and it's there.
Have I got to do that as well?
No. Doesn't matter.
John's going to read them out.
Oh, I am. As a kid, you eat the sweets in reverse.
Twirl selection.
You eat the shittest thing.
I've got it set to all comments.
Do you? I don't know.
No. Well, like, as if you were going to fucking vote, Richard.
Right.
Yeah, go to the one that says twirl and look on that. And next to it is a picture there. I couldn't use the same picture because you're not allowed. Facebook won't let you use the same picture more than one.
Go to the picture that says twirl. Go to the
selection that says twirl, then hit the thing. Picture there. Right. And it's it. It's a picture of a selection box.
How cryptic's this? Like Guardian?
It's not, because it's a fucking list. Guardian, like, if you can't use your eyes.
Guardian crossword.
Here we go.
Why didn't you put in the poll subject that you should look in the picture of the twirl.
Because it didn't matter, because they're all listed. I wrote them all down. What is the worst chocolate bar in these specific selection box items?
An amazing selection box.
Read them out and I'll tell you what
you got it just as you would, just want the worst thing.
That defeats the point of a selection box.
No, it doesn't. How
It's
can
meant
it
be a cheap present?
How does it make it less cheap, dickhead? It
Because
is.
there's loads more chocolate than you get.
It's
in a normal
literally in the
selection box.
fucking name. Selection. Don't select the one that you fucking don't like.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. If
What?
someone gives you a selection box,
Yeah.
it's because you're so small in their life,
Yeah.
they've only got a spare quid for you.
Yeah. So
This selection box must be like
so
a
that
tenner.
has nothing.
It means they don't care enough about you to know what your favourite chocolate
I
bar is.
needed a
If
selection.
someone got you this one,
They
it
got-
basically must be like
Gotta be one of
actually
these.
your real dad.
Got to be one of these. Here's a selection box.
Here's the selection box, Rick. Right. What your
Right,
worst
anyway,
one?
yeah. Well,
right.
back on track now.
Right. I'm just going to go through a list in an order.
Yeah.
Whisper, double decker, Freddo, Twirl, Caramel, Dairy Milk, Crunchy, Curly Whirly, Chomp, Biscuit Boost, Picnic, Fruit and Nut, Fudge.
What kid is having fun?
Right, two of those I'd say. I can say two that are not the good. I mean, Fudge and Curly Whirly.
This is it did work, Richard, because the whole point when we were driving along in the car,
Well, I don't like.
we both
Dairy Milk
agree
caramel.
that the two worst things in that box are a Curly Whirly and a Fudge. I hate
I got it right then.
Yeah, you did.
I don't dislike the Fudge ones. They're all right. Curly Whirlies are a bit chewy. I don't know.
If you could only pick one,
Which one are you going to take?
Curly Whirly.
Yeah.
what to remove?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've never been a golden penny in the quality street kind of fella. I don't like
I
the.
tell you what, I
The
tell
winner,
you what, I don't like Dairy Milk caramel.
I was quite surprised, quite sickly.
Sickly.
The winner was what I wanted it to
Third,
be.
I think.
The winner with 28 votes was Fudge. Right, I agree. Right, they are shit. But number 2 was Fruit
It's
and
not
Nut.
in that picture of
Was
Fudge.
fruit and nut. I like a fruit and nut.
Is it not? Is it
It's not in that picture of Fudge.
not?
I quite like a bit of fruit and I like
Not on
any
the picture of the
cabbage.
box.
Yeah, it is. It's above the picnic. It's not a picnic.
Yeah, I like a picnic too.
No, it ain't.
I just saw the fucking thing, mate. Look.
That's a random selection of chocolate bars underneath. Look at the box.
I don't care. It's all these are wrote down. I don't give a shit. Look there. That's a Fudge bar.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I like a whisper. I've got to say, I like a whisper.
I do like a whisper. I'm a big fan. That was that got the least votes. But no, the top 3 were Fudge, Fruit and Nut, and I just thought that's a bit tight.
To get rid of.
Yeah. Number 3, Picnic. That's a classic.
I
You're
quite
not
like
throwing
it.
it. I like my
Bit of biscuit, bit of raisin, bit of chocolate. What's not to like?
Number 4, Biscuit Boost. I haven't got the teeth for a Biscuit
I quite
Boost
like-
anymore, but they're
Yeah,
lovely.
I quite like a
Biscuit
biscuit.
boost. You don't call it a biscuit boost.
Yeah, they do.
It's just called a boost.
No, because there was Biscuit Boost, but there was
There's a red one and a
coconut.
blue one, wasn't there?
Coconut Boost, the red one, delicious.
Mm,
Chomp was number 5. You're
Love a
you're
boost.
mad. Mad.
boost.
I like a boost. Yeah, nice.
Well, this is the worst picture I've ever seen. Because
mate.
look at the box. Look at the box.
I
There's
wasn't.
nothing in that selection box that would be on the picture of the box.
They shook it out. That was what was in it. It doesn't matter.
That is not what's happening here. Someone has gone fucking mental with the chocolate underneath.
I think it's
the
a bit
selection box.
stingy.
False
putting
advertising.
a Freddo in a selection box because that's just a little.
It's not. Don't worry, Rick. It's not in there.
It is in.
It's not in there. It's not in the picture on the box.
But how do you know what was in the box? The contents are in.
Because of the picture
That
on
doesn't
the
matter.
box.
They printed the box wrong and they apologised.
Are you-
afterwards.
No, that's no way. No way.
Yes, Stuart
Someone's-
Drummond said it. I would
someone's
eat them
gone,
all. I would
This
eat
is a
them all.
shit picture of
Oh,
a
we
box.
eat them all. The
Go
point.
get loads more chocolate and put it underneath.
It always,
the
you
box.
know what it is about the fudge for me that it always puts me off. I take a little bite of it
You
as if
can't
it's
say
something
that.
I can suck. It doesn't dissolve when you
That's
suck.
horrible. My hatred for the fudge comes from my dad was always going into the shop and saying, wait in the car, right? And he'd always go, oh, I've just got to get out of the car. And he'd fuck off. And then when he came back, he'd have like, my dad used to smoke single Panama or a single Hamlet from the shop. And he'd
Right.
get in the car, light it like that, crack the window, and then he'd go, bit cheeky, got your fudge while I was in there. Well, I don't fucking want it, you prick.
Oh, right, you don't want it.
Could have got me a lion bar or something.
Cheeky cunt would always have a topic. That's a classic.
Oh, good. I like a topic.
A topic, is it?
Star bar.
There's a hazelnut in every bite. Yeah. They're not messing around with it.
Classic. When they come something else before Star bar.
What? So you were so ungrateful.
Star bars.
You wouldn't accept the fudge.
No, I'd rather not have it. I'd rather have a cigar, not the fucking fudge bar.
What?
It's a terrible.
Taste as good cigars, but
you must have been.
But you can't smoke a fudge.
No, we never were allowed chocolate ever, and so somebody said they were going to get you chocolate.
Would you fucking snaffle of fudge straight up then?
No, because it's shit.
What? He's not getting back out and getting you another one.
No, I know.
He's not.
So
it was the cheap
It's a
option,
fudge or nothing.
I've done all the dough on a cigar. You can only have a 10p fudge instead of a
fudge or nothing.
That's exactly what it was.
Bar.
It was thrown out of the window.
Fudge or nothing.
Nothing.
You're throwing out the window on principle.
Yeah.
That's horrendous. Fudge or nothing, and you're going nothing. There's people starving in Africa.
That's what But then my stepmom would say that, and I'd say, send it to them. Send it to them then.
It's not economically viable to send one fudge.
She'd make awful sandwiches.
No good.
The aeroplane alone will cost £20,000.
It's no good sending them food. Carl Pilkington said about it. They'll have their hand out next time they want a confection.
They'll be waiting for the next fudge.
Yeah.
If you teach them how to grow their own fudge.
Yeah.
It probably is made there.
Send them fudge seed to make fudge.
Yeah. Oh no, it's made in Germany, like all our grape.
You're like, no, it's my sandwich. That's one of my favourite quotes from that toy, really.
Where's your brother?
They'll be lining up.
No, get your own sandwich. I can't believe they let
so
them do
that was
grief.
Probably the worst prepared poll you've ever done.
No, it's not.
No, I
the people answered
got the same answers as John there.
Yeah,
I get that. But Rick, you didn't even see the picture.
Yeah, because I can't do.
And I bet most people doing that poll didn't see.
You can't put a picture.
I've seen a selection box of that range in my life. I've never seen one that.
Put the picture in the comments, or at least mention it.
I did. Some cunt asked me where Turkish Delight was, and I said it's not in the box.
Well, that's fries, isn't it? That's not Cadbury, is it?
And then people got to start naming stuff. They don't.
You hid the picture.
No.
The picture was factually inaccurate. Clusterfuck.
Somebody said, "What about Caramac? Caramac's made by fucking Nestle." I'm not getting into it. It's not in a Cadbury's box. It's never there, is it?
Well, it could have easily been a little Caramac underneath the box in the scattered chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not that.
There's a Freddo in
I'm
there.
not a big fan of the caramel either, to be honest. So it's all right. I won't eat it. And that'd be number 3, I think, probably on the.
Yeah, it's sickly.
Yeah,
nobody wants that.
No,
it's too sickly. I agree.
I think I wouldn't put a phase.
Fruit and nut wouldn't be in there. That's a lovely chocolate.
I love a fruit and nut. I like plain Cadbury's.
It's for kids. It's for kids.
Dairy milk.
What is?
They got a thing about
selection box
chocolate. Some of them.
I haven't got one.
It's got a picture of Santa on.
Yeah, well, I haven't got a selection.
Kids don't eat fruit and nut.
They do, because it's in there. Well, but then why is the double?
That never existed ever.
What kid is eating a double decker? What kid would choose a double decker? Not even mention a double decker. No one knows what the fuck that is. Shut up.
Double decker when I was a kid.
Didn't.
I used to eat the top off.
You were fingers first in a sherbet dip. We all know it.
I'm quite partial to an Aero. I thought Whisper was made by the same people as Aero, but obviously not.
Different bubbles.
They came along and tried to copy Aero, didn't they?
Aero's Mars, isn't it? In Master Foods.
I think the Whisper came before the Aero.
Yeah, I think so too.
No, I don't think so. I think I remember when the Whisper came out. Maybe it did then, I don't know.
Do you remember the Whisper Gold came out? That's wrong. You don't need the caramel on it.
I don't think I like caramel.
No. I was watching a great review by somebody the other day. They were doing blind testing 3 different types of bean: Branston beans, Tesco's own beans, Heinz beans, right? And it was split into 2 videos across 2 days. And they blindfolded and they tasted it. And every time, and they got to the.
You weren't happy with the fudge.
They got to the end of the thing, and they went, "Oh, okay. So I've tasted all 3 beans, and my decision is." I don't really like beans that much. That was the bit. Yeah. And I loved it so much. You know when someone's written something that's so funny.
Yeah, Mick remembers.
I didn't want to make
those aeros were in the 60s, and I know that Whisper came out in probably the 80s. So
yeah, but I don't even see them as similar.
No, I don't think it's similar.
Aerated chocolate.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I tell you, Mark Todd wasn't feeling the crunchy.
No, I know. Fucking hated it.
It's a funny one, isn't it? The crunchy. I mean, I do quite like the meltability of it.
Yeah.
I like.
It's
if
different.
If you can not chew it up.
It's no one's favourite, but it's fine.
It's different though, isn't it?
Yeah, it reminds me
Points for originality.
Cinder toffee, which I think my nan would be able to find cinder toffee like in a war zone. She'd just give it to you.
Oh yeah.
You got a block of that? Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, quarter of that.
No, just get it in a block.
I used to get the cola cubes when I was a young one because they were 10p a quarter.
No, do you remember the block of cinder toffee that looked like insulation off a hot water tank, and like in a.
That was like honeycomb almost.
Yeah.
I tell you what used to confuse me.
I don't remember that.
A lot, I reckon, because you don't understand selection boxes.
I'll fucking do. I'm gonna write you an email. I'm gonna draw on a picture and explain.
Just fucking give it. Yes.
Those little lips that tasted of soap.
Yeah. Nobody knows what they're for.
And I was like, oh yeah, they taste just like soap. Why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Why is that a good thing?
There was
Who
another one.
wants their sweets to taste?
I'm
of
still
soap?
pissed off that they changed Opal Fruits to Starburst.
They'll change.
Didn't
it
they
back.
change back?
No, they stayed the same. Still Starburst. Yeah. It's like Snickers and Marathon Bar.
Yeah,
Marathon's a better
Probably
name.
meant something in like a foreign language, like massive vag, just like a sif.
That was because there's no J. That's why.
Yeah.
If an oil of Ulay.
They,
They changed it to sif so they could break into the Mediterranean market.
There's because there's no J, is it? So French, any Latin language, it would be if. So
Yeah.
that's why. So it's pointless.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called sif. It's like dupe isn't called dupe at all. It's called oop, but we just call it dupe because we're scum.
Yeah.
It smells like shit. Who cares? It smells like old fly spray dupe. That fly spray you used to find in your granddad's shed. That's what it smells like.
Oh, I tell you what.
That
though.
one.
You get high on that stuff in your granddad's shed.
Yeah, there's some really nice smelling fly spray. I can't remember which one it is.
So the flies, do they go, fucking love it?
I think that's how it works, yeah. It attracts them and then kills them. Or does it just glue their wings together? Someone told me that once.
I know what it does.
It just glues their wings and legs together.
Because they haven't got.
just fall out of the sky.
It's a weird Ricky Gervais thing. Because they haven't got lungs. Flies don't have lungs. They have like vents basically down the side. When you it basically clogs them and they die. That's how it works. They kind of spiracles, yeah. They die.
When me and Bryn lived in,
they don't go hold their breath.
When me and Bryn lived in a house years ago, we had a wasp nest, obviously somewhere, and we'd give them a humane death.
What did you do?
Well, we had loads of. I think it was vodka. We put some vodka in a jar, and then put a load of jam in it, and they'd fly in there, and they'd just get pissed and die in it. In the vodka.
That's a good way to go, isn't it?
We'd have a body count every morning. It got killed hundreds, I think.
Have you heard about Skittles vodka?
That's what killed my nan. But we had to get a really big jar. But it was cheaper than nursing home. It's just a big jar, load of vodka, jam, put it in the garden, just waited. Got there the next day, lid on the top. See you, Dad. Rolled it off.
Just still blinking.
You went
head in the jar.
Fucking doing a Marcel on the inside. Right. I think that'll do. That's an hour and 40 minutes of pure pleasure.
Yeah,
nice to see you all, and nice to see the lovely.
It's so lovely to have you on, Rick. Really, really great.
Yeah, it's a treat. He's a treat. That's why so many have turned out tonight.
It really
I've been lots of reminiscing over this last couple of years of all this lockdown and isolation and crap, and we've had and we've still got a really good group of people here.
Yeah. Lovely little community. And
we've got to organise a non-vape event. We should call it the non-vape event, to all go and meet up somewhere for a weekend.
Yeah.
In a
ruin it
location. Yeah, fuck vaping. Who wants to go in a field and walk around?
Literally a pub with a massive beer garden.
Yeah, a decent beer. That would be good.
Or somewhere on a coast location.
You like the coast? Yes, I think we are done.
Yep, thank you very much for watching.
Ali Keegan just said, what a waste of vodka. We drank it afterwards. I just wanted to make sure it had like a strawberry flavour.
Nice tang to it after you.
And then
Skittles vodka, now that's a waste.
That is a waste. A waste of Skittles and vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What a load of shit. It's not even an invention. You've made nothing.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
If you made it this far, you really deserve a medal. Good night. That's that.